It's Gunny morning it is today. And this high tide is howling in, mate.
Chucking meat there, boy.
Welcome to the bloody Pilbara. Righto, we're back on the unpaved beauty. We're heading into the famous 40-mile beach camp spot or campground. It is absolutely scorching in the heat up here in the Pilbara at the moment. It is what we call hot, mate. It is bloody hot. It is, the car's reading outside now 37, 38, which that is probably not correct. It is probably a decent good 42 to 45 degrees outside at the moment. If you get a little temperature gun, you point that onto the ground, that's going to come back and read good 60 degrees. Everything reflects off the ground out here. Bloody wet. Couple of tourists on the road, that's how it's done, mate. Good on them. Nearly on our destination here. All we've got to decide next is where we want to camp. Hoping for a little bit of shade. Try and get out of the wind a bit. That's a decent camp, but that's going to test out the old suspension, eh? Hopefully I can turn around down there. Might go. To 4. 4 high would do it, surely. Oh, going down. Maybe I should have gone into low. Oh. Oh. Dare say that this will do it, eh? Not a bad camp at all. Home sweet home. Oh, my head's going in water. What a ripper. Bloody nailed it. After driving a little bit, we're only driving for good 15 minutes around just to find our camp spot. So this is going to be our camp for tonight. There's water right in front of me here, so that's a pretty bloody good little fishing spot. Hopefully, I've got the big rod with me at the moment, the big beach rod, big 11-footer. So I'm going to hook that up, rig that up, and get it out there. I've got some bait, but it's not very good bait, you know what I mean? It's the unfortunate part at the moment, it's just to be rocked up. Time's almost 2:15. The tide is on its way out at the moment. It doesn't come back in until 7 o'clock tonight, which does work in our advantage, depending how long this kid can stay up for. He's been working a fair bit this week, and a little bedtime, early bedtimes have been the go lately. So we'll see how we go, mate. I'll get the beach rod hooked up, get it rigged up, get it out there, light in and get a little bit of burley going, because I've got a fair bit of bait. That bait's been that freezer since I went on that tin emissions ages ago. So it's that barracuda and I think a little bit of queenie in there. So we'll see how it goes. It's been defrosted and refrozen, defrosted and refrozen heaps of times because I've Been having drama with the fridges, not with the caravan, but with the car. I've been using, my cars, I've been using that for work. It's just bloody hot in the Pilbara. The fridges are just, we're not really enjoying life, especially sitting in a hot car all day. Trying to keep those solar screens up to keep the heat out. It's sort of working. It's hanging in there. Hopefully it starts to cool down pretty soon, but it won't be soon at all. Stop chit chatting. I am absolutely sweating just standing here. As you can see, a little bit of tit sweat going on. Unreal, mate. Welcome to the bloody Pilbara. And here's all our disgustingly barracuda bait. I'm not sure what this is. That actually looks pretty decent bait there. Yeah, this has been in the freezer since end of last year, so it's well and truly not eatable whatsoever. There we go. Go through that 3 times. Cut the end of that off, the excess there. That can go down to our 2 little hooks on the bottom. Bang. Tough skin, eh? Bloody wind. On the way back to the caravan, I've just spotted all these oysters along these rocks here. So we're in for bloody good feed. Got a plastic bag. I'm on a tight schedule right now because that high tide's coming in. Seagulls, eh? Look at them all. Yeah. What more could you want, eh? It's literally 20 past 6 on Saturday. Here I am, kicking out oysters, a bit of dinner, a bit of brekkie in the morning, whatever. Look how much we got there already. It's stunning morning it is today. Still pretty humid. I'm sweating just standing here. Here they are here, mate. These are all those oysters I got down from those rocks. It's not many, but it's good enough for a little bit of a brekkie feed. So as you can see there, it looks pretty messy at the moment. I've got a little bowl of just salt water straight from the ocean, the pure of the ocean, mate. I'm gonna throw them all in here, give them a good old clean up, make it look a little bit lovely. And the trick is for this morning, I'm not gonna be eating them raw. I've only really had oysters raw. Before I'm gonna cook these up, I don't have many ingredients. I've got a little bit of stuff I can muck around with, so we'll give it a go. Grab ourselves a little bit of a fork, pull our kitchen out. Now we're just going to mix these all around, mate. Get all that gunk out of them, mate. That's actually a full-blown oyster right there. Once all that gunk, once all the slime that's gone away, that's what the oyster looks like. That's the good part. Oysters are so good for you, eh? Now, so pretty much get our lid. Just going to drain the water out of the bowl. We'll let those oysters just, do their thing and won't drop any oysters. Well, there you go. As you can see in there, there's all those little oysters, all the sand in that. That's why we have to give it a good old clean up, because I did get a bit of sand in those oysters. Grab yourself a little bowl. We'll need some eggs. Better check the use by date on these. They're out of date, you ripper. Spell right, eh? This is just going to be like a little bit of a paste, a little bit of something for those oysters to stick to. So you get this frying pan going. But yeah, so this is a little bit of self-raising flour. You don't normally use self-raising flour in the frying pan. You can use a little bit of breadcrumbs. You can get like a litre of breadcrumbs in that. That's normally what you use. A little bit down there, not much. There we go, that will do her. Bang, look at that. Now look at that. Nice and golden oyster there. Look at that, mate. Oh, that's good. Yeah. A little bit of barbecue sauce on top. Nice and golden little oysters for a little bit of morning brekkie. Straight from the ocean. I'm gonna polish these off. I've got no plan of attack today at all. There's a few little creeks in there I haven't been seen yet. Otherwise, I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Landed on the destination I sort of want to get to, and we even made it here in the van. The ute and the van's parked up over there. Wasn't too hard to get in here. It does get a little bit how you're going up a bit further. So this is the first river mouth that we get into, sort of thing. You see now the high tide is rushing in, mate. It's midday and this high tide is howling in, mate. Get up. You bloody ripper. That there is a queenie, mate. It's not huge, but bloody bang, bada boom. That's a fish. There you go. That's a nice little queenie. Good bloody size queenie, eh? We'll give him a measure up later. We'll probably end up keeping him. If there's queenies like this in there, there could be all sorts of other fish in there. So we'll have a little crack. We're going to put him in the shade here. I'll bleed him. And we'll keep fishing. Rest there, mate. It is stinking hot out here, eh? I've pretty much come back to the car to grab a nice little cold drink. We've got our little Queenie here. He's gonna be a little bit of a lunch feed. Last night I really wanted to have a fire, but there's no firewood around where I was camping on the east side of 40 Mile. There's no firewood there whatsoever at all. But here, it's a different bloody story, mate. I've already collected myself a little bit of firewood here. It's not gonna be anywhere near enough. This stuff's already been burnt before. It's nice and dry. There's a couple of firewood here, and there's heaps of driftwood down on the shore there. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a wander, get some firewood ready. Not a big fire, just enough to get some coals going. I'm gonna throw that fish straight on top of that fire. I'm just gonna get a knife and fork, mate, just eat it, and that's lunch pretty much there. Even throw the billy on. There we go. A little bit of a fire. That's brewing up away now. Those coals should be ready to go very shortly. Just gonna put let the Queenie out a little bit. You don't get any more fresher than that. Look at that, still bleeding. Unreal. Bleed him out, and he's just gonna go straight on top of those coals. Throw a bit of coals over the top of him. Be done within, like, mate, 20 minutes, if that. And after that, that's lunch right there. Just to make life a little bit easier for myself, and get out my little mesh cooker. Mesh cooker, I call it. It's like a toasty cooker. You cook anything on it, anything you want on it. That's gonna make my life a little bit easier. Queen's just gonna lay straight on top there. He's ready for this. Bang. Up there a bit more. Oof. You wait and hear this thing absolutely start sizzling. Oh, bloody hot. Oh, you can hear it sizzling. Oh, that ground's bloody hot. The old Queenie's pretty much cooked up now. I'm going to go in for a little bit of a taste test. Oh man. Nothing beats that, eh? A nice cold can of water, because out here, you know, hydration is the key to get staying alive. There's a fresh Queenie we literally cooked probably what, an hour ago, straight from that little creek right there in front of me, and now straight on the fire. What more could you want, eh? See down the bottom there, it's nice and goldy colour. Look at that chunk of meat there, boy. Oh. Before that camera dies. Oh, I can't stop, eh? Those seagulls are just watching me eat this fish, eh? They're drooling over there. Look at that big chunk of meat there. Get rid of that blood meat. Alright. Oh, that's it. I can't. Woo. Have a go at that shell I found, mate. I don't know, I have no idea what this is called, what type of shell it is. Have a go at that, mate. That's like an ancient shell, eh? Pretty sure they don't even see sizes of those shells anymore. That is freaking huge. Be able to drink, look at the bit of water in there. You'll be able to put water there, a little bit able to drink out of it like that, mate. That is absolutely huge shell. That's a bloody souvenir, that is, I reckon. Ready, nice and crisp. Wasn't even at those rocks before. Oi, oi, stay there. The camera's not even going to stay there because it's bloody windy. Self-raising foul. Oysters, you do. Oh my god, I give up talking, eh?